And here we go. Okay, hello everyone. I'm so excited to be here with Marenta. How are you, Marenta?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so happy joining all of our viewers. And I want to tell everybody to put your comments in the chat and your questions in the Q&A, and you can find those tabs at the bottom. And type in where you are from in the chat. Type in where you're from. We love to see that. It also gets the wheels going. We will have a giveaway at the end, so stay tuned for Marenta's fabulous Magical Tarot scratchbook. Look at this. You scratch away, and she'll be talking about the creating of that. Look at that. It's so cool. You scratch and reveal the art. Hello from Berlin and Australia and Western Massachusetts and California. We're sending a lot of love to California and Oregon and the whole West Coast. So Marenta, I'm going to introduce you to everybody first. Marenta is an illustrator, designer, artist, writer, teacher, and a firm believer in serendipity. Marenta's sense of adventure began at an early age. The family home in the South Netherlands offered many a make-believe world and plenty of hiding spaces. The wild garden boasted a forest where Marenta spent hours playing and discovering. I found this part very interesting. Marenta got her own camera at age 5. That, she writes, that's where I learned to observe and watch. I took photographs, drew, painted, and wrote all the time. And that's now what she does for a living. Photograph, draw, paint, and write. I could escape into the forest and my very own world where the animals were my friends. I spent so much time with my dog, the rabbits, a tame magpie, and a jackdaw. My father, get this, my father had 100 owls. I'm not kidding. I still love drawing flowers, butterflies, and birds. He really had 100 owls?
Yeah, it's crazy. He had all different.
Unbelievable. Maybe we'll get back to that. Marenta's work has been recognized in Europe, Asia, and the United States and has won a number of prestigious international design awards. In 2016, she became the grand prize winner of the 2016 Global Talent Search, and since that time, her work has been represented by Lilla Rogers Studio in the US. In 2018, she founded her own Academy of Arts, theartbeatclub.com. She wants it to be a bubbling force of artistic creatures living a more creative and happy life. I love this part. Her simple rule in life. If you don't go after what you want, you'll never have it. And you know what I want to do? We're going to show your incredible portfolio. But before, when we were talking, you held up your sketchbook. Would you hold that up again?
Yes.
It's so, let's just, that is so beautiful. Oh my God, I love it. Is that the one you brought when you visited me in Massachusetts?
No, that was another one. This is, I made this after your visit, and it's full, and it's totally messed up. I need to find a good binder.
What is that bind? What is that, copper tape?
Yeah, I did it for now, but I need someone to make this.
So inventive. So inventive. I love that. It's so cool. I'm going to ask, her clients. Look at this. Marenta's wonderful client list. Amber Lotus, L Girl Korea, Hallmark, Quarto Publishing, Running Press Publishing, Trader Joe's, Walter Foster, Dutch Royal Opera, Dutch Royal Mail, Elle Magazine, Flow Magazine, Happiness Magazine, the Ministry of Social Affairs, Netherlands, Netherlands Dance Theater, Philips, Mazda, Michael Neugebauer Verlag, Germany, Switzerland, Australia, Museum Corsica, France, and Roger Laborde, London, and so much more. and we absolutely adore representing her and her magical, magical work. So I think you're going to really enjoy listening to Marenta today, and she has a really cool way of being in the world, and we're going to dig in a little. So my very first question for you is, what makes Marenta tick? How do you get your magical, mystical, dreamy ideas? How do you live your life so beautifully?
Well, that's a good question. And to be honest, I have no answer because it's happening all the time. And I think when I was a kid, it started already. I was visiting a lot of museums with my mom, and she took me everywhere. And images just appear in front of my eyes. It's just popping up all the time. Sometimes I get crazy, but I just sit and make things. Actually, that's all. And of course, I have a lot of inspiration. Sometimes I need inspiration. I visit an exhibition.
Shut that on. Thanks. Yes, and so you just see things pop up in front of you.
It just happens. And of course, I had times with less inspiration, but then that's okay too. I mean, I leave it. I leave it then. But in my head, I think continuously, things are combining. I see A, I see B, and I combine them in illogical ways, I think.
Can you give an example?
There. Sorry?
Can you give an example of A and B combining? I love that.
Yeah, for example, I find two styles. For example, Art Nouveau and, for example, pop arts. And it's not logical to combine them, but if you combine them, you get a total new world.
Mm. I think that's really, really cool. And then that's originality. That's how you create your own style, your own unique mix of things that you love, and you're always looking, and you put things together in your own way. And then the kinds of lines you like to make. I know line is so important to your work. So fabulous. Okay, my next illustration. Do you like to manifest things? Do you manifest? Do you visualize? Put out in the world?
Well, I'm working on it, but I don't find the time. So I need to manifest and I need to focus right now.
Mm.
And I want to make my book.
Well, this is what I want to ask you. What is the dream thing you'd like to manifest? Dream illustration. Is that the answer? A book?
It's the whole book. I want to write it. I want to illustrate it. I want to design it. I want to make a fancy cover. I want to do it all.
I want you to, and I want to help you with it if you want me to. I would love that. And we're getting so much more into pitching books, which, by the way, don't forget to sign up on Make Art That Sells for my kid book pitch, which starts October 12th. Just a little ad right there. Boop. Okay, so back to you have to do a book. Absolutely. It would be amazing.
Yes, and there's so much in my head that wants to get out. And the last 2 years I'm writing too, and I love it. I love it to combine writing and illustrating. It's such an amazing combination.
And you have a unique perspective that people are craving, which is you live a very creative life. You have a very creative mind. It's interesting as an agent, I think every artist I take on, I relate to them and their work. And it's a little bit of how I made art when I was an illustrator. And I just resonate so much with your style. I just really love it so much. Kay Wolfserperger, who's here, nice to see you, Kay, says that would be so cool, Marenta. Yeah, they would love a book from you. Yes. Don't forget to put any questions in the Q&A. So that's what you would like to manifest. How do you do that? Do you picture it when you're meditating? how do you manifest? Do you manifest?
I do manifest, but not enough.
Mm.
So that's a good one because I'm thinking of it and I'm thinking of it, but it doesn't happen. So I'm going to put it on my wall. I have the title. I'm not going to tell you. I have
Okay.
the title.
I'm so excited. You have to Skype me about that. We were working on it before.
Yes,
We can
yes.
work on it again. It could be that it's overwhelming of a project. You need to break it down
Yeah, I
to
think that's
tinier chunks. And all you have to do is the pitch and a couple
true.
of threads. You don't write the whole thing, because also they want to shape it with you.
Yeah,
They
that's
want to shape it, and maybe like, what's really special about you is more of, we'd love to see more of this, and or there is a book similar like that already out there, and we'd like yours to be like that or different from that, or but still in your style. Or or you may have questions like, should I do 20 pages of this and 50 of that, or and you'll get great feedback. So for all of you, a pitch is just about a really well thought out visual and explanation of what you want to do. So, and it looks like you've put time and thought into it, obviously. And however much that is to get it across, then that's enough. Okay. Hi, Riley. Riley asks, what other sorts of products are you dreaming of creating?
me. I would love to work for anthropology, of course, who doesn't?
We just sent your work to Anthro again, by the way.
Okay.
Because I think the time is really right.
I love,
We have for years, but we
yeah,
just
I
didn't
know
get.
it's hard, but I love that store.
Mm, I
Uh,
know. I just
well,
bought some Anthro clothes like this. I did. I'm like, I want a whole wardrobe refresh. I don't know if it's the pandemic, whatever. It's like, I think I'm going to just move out all of my clothes except what I really, really wear, like the 5 things, and just like get 3 more dresses and start fresh. I do. I think it would be like a cleansing, right?
I know, I have it too, but at the moment I'm buying secondhand. That's my
Oh,
new.
that's so smart. I should do
Yes,
that.
yeah.
Right. You're right.
But dresses are, well,
They
almost the best.
They last forever too in terms of style. So now that we've had an ad here for anthropology, let's get to the next question. So Marenta, you've got a 17-year-old and a 14-year-old, 17-year-old daughter and a 14-year-old son.
Yeah.
Any tips for working from home with kids? Because so many of us are at home with our children who are not attending school physically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so how do you get work done with kids? Any tips?
Well, great question. I have a studio outside my home, but I didn't go there during the pandemic. And right now they are going back to school. I feel so light right now. It was heavy, to be honest. It was heavy that they were at home and I don't have a large home. So I don't know. I drilled them.
What's
I
that mean?
I drilled them. So, okay, I said, okay, between this time and that time, you have to be silent. I have to work. This
Oh,
is your space. This is my space.
uh-huh.
Just, how do you say it? Make borders, lines. I don't know.
Yeah, boundaries.
Yeah, but
You made boundaries, and you
also,
meant business. It was clear you meant boundaries. Oh,
yes.
they're typing in. They're typing in boundaries, strict. Yes, we're all anthro addicts. Bloom says. So you made some boundaries. Did they obey?
Yeah, well, they did pretty well, to be
Oh,
honest.
good.
They did. I was surprised. Now that they're going back to school, they are less. They don't listen to the mom anymore, but that's good. That's good.
They don't listen to you anymore?
Well, less than during the pandemic.
Why is that?
I don't know. My daughter, she's 17. I think
Oh,
it's the,
that's why. Oh, yeah.
no, she's great.
I'm
Really,
sure
they are doing so great.
I'm sure your kids are great, but they have to be teenagers. I
Yes.
talk to my kids now all the time. They're 24 and 26. And my son Jacob is with us, which I love.
Oh,
I
Jacob.
talked to him, I know it's so great. And he finds out his MCAT score on Tuesday. We're really excited, but I'm just so proud of him of how hard he spent the last 4 months studying. But we do talk about his teenage years. It's wonderful now to talk about it and his perspective on it. And that he said his brain was just not formed fully.
Yeah.
It's just like crazy.
Yeah.
But they're
They're
great
not
kids.
normal. They
It's,
can't. They can't do anything about it. But they are just not 100%.
yeah, I know. Okay, let's see. What book influenced you the most? I could never answer that, by the way. So it's mean of me to ask you.
Hard one. Well, normally I read about books at the same time. So
Me too.
yeah, I don't know why. It's such a silly.
Well, it's like clothing. You want different ones for different moods. Like you might want a nonfiction, sort of like a life guide, and then a really fun read. But then there's another novel you're working on, but then it's getting kind of boring. But you kind of want to finish it, but you kind of don't,
That's
right?
that's
Mm-hmm.
it. But I wrote one down, but I'm not sure. Yeah, well, of course, Tara Moore, Playing Big. That was a great book.
What was it?
Tara Moore, she's American, Playing Big.
Playing Big.
Yeah, you have to read it. It's a good book.
Okay.
But well, I read a lot of Brené Brown,
Mm-hmm.
and one of my favorites that was Fisher, Anne Fisher, and English title is Sailing Home. Uh,
Okay.
wrote a book. I wrote it. No, I read it about 10 years ago. I think I had a very difficult time then.
Mm.
And he was writing about he used the Odyssey from Homerus to navigate life's challenges, and it's a fascinating book. It really brought me a lot of insights.
Wow. And it used what as the guide? It's a
The Homerus, the Greek Odyssey, I think
Oh,
Odyssey.
the Odyssey.
Yeah,
Wow. Homer's Odyssey.
yeah.
And that book is called Sailing Home. Okay.
Yes,
And
yes.
who wrote Playing Big?
Playing Big, yeah, that's a good book. It was a long time ago I read it, but it's a good book for women
Mm,
that, don't stay small.
right.
Take the stage.
Oh,
Worth
Tara.
it. And she wrote a really good book about it.
Mm, yeah. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. I'm sure the people following along today will love getting these book things. Okay. Question the book recommendations. Courtney McClure asks, how much time would you say you work on personal work these days? That's a toughie.
Oh, I think a lot of time at this moment.
Oh, good.
Yes, my art journal is full. I started a new one. It goes fast. Yes, I'm doing a lot of free work right now, and it's
And,
so good.
and please take your phone and take photos and send them to us so we can promote you. This is so fun. I feel like this is the conversation we would have if you and I were Skyping. And so
Yes,
you can see the agent and artist dialogue. Yeah,
yes.
but please send your gorgeous work to us. Send these pieces. Please, please, please. I love your work so much. I want you to have a huge line with Anthro for sure.
Oh,
You know, I mean, I probably said that when I took you on, didn't I? We probably talked about that.
about
We'll
it.
get there. We'll get there. I think so. But send me
Right.
stuff. Kay
Um,
Wolterberger says, do you have a daily practice like sketching every day?
a daily practice is drinking my cappuccino.
Mm,
Really, when I it's yeah, I think it's an addiction too, but well, We need an addiction,
Gets
right?
the brain going.
Yeah.
It gets the brain.
I get up and I take a deep breath and I think, wow, hello day, welcome. And I take a good cup of cappuccino.
Yeah, I start my day with my coffee. I get up early before everyone, not on purpose, not to be like efficient, not to be like, that's what I should do. No, I just wake up earlier and earlier these days. I think it's getting older and I
Maybe.
wake up earlier, but I like it. I was always somebody who slept really late when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I have my coffee and I like to hold it right here and warm myself.
Silent,
And
secret hours
I just
are
sit
good.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Brenda Harris asks, hi Marenta, do you use affirmations? If so, which ones?
I did, but at this moment, no. No, actually, no. At this moment, not. When I had an more insecure time or sad time, I
Mm-hmm.
think I did.
Mm-hmm.
And well, maybe I even stick them on my mirror. So when you get up in the morning and you look at this mirror and you think, I'm great, or I'm beautiful, or I'm bold, or whatever. Yeah.
Right.
At this moment, no.
Um, I do use them. Usually when I need to reprogram, I'm thinking negatively. I
Yeah.
don't realize it, and then I do realize, and then I write the opposite if it feels right.
Yeah.
Like when I first started doing videos, I both loved them and was terrified because I love to talk, but I hadn't been on screen. I spoke publicly a lot over the years, but that's different, and the camera and everything. So I have a post-it I wrote years ago that says I love making videos. Because I do love them, but I was focused on the fear of them. So why not focus on the love? So I did that. I have a bunch for different things because I'm always challenging myself in crazy, ridiculous ways. So for all of you too, if you need more strength in your challenges. Oh, and I have to tell you, speaking of challenges, I just got off Skype with Beth Kempton, who's my co-found. I almost said before she changed her name when she got married. Anyway, Beth Kempton, um, and she's my co-founder of Make Art That Sells. So in the MBA class, if you are in the MBA class, because I think because Kay is saying, oh yes, like in MBA, rethink the old money stories we told ourselves. Beth and I are doing a Facebook Live on Monday, and we're going over the playbook section 3. So if you're in MBA, or you can sign up for it and join us for that. And we're going to talk about having different, and I could talk to you about it right now, Marenta, having different income streams at this time. So you've got your agent, you've
Mhm.
got your, for illustration, you've got your courses.
Yeah.
So do you like having those different income streams?
Oh, absolutely. Because times are challenging. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you have a big commission. Is it commission?
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah. And but sometimes it's just nothing, and then you have this other way of income. Yes, I think in these times you have to. In Holland, we say bet on different horses, but I think that's
I
not.
like that. Bet on different horses. It's true. Then you're going to win. Bet on all of them. Well,
Yeah.
also as a creative person, you love doing all different things? And then if you write your book, and then you're going to send me images from your sketchbook, which are so incredible.
Mhm.
And who knows what that will bring.
Looking forward to it. And that's a good one. I'm going to write it and put it above my bed or
Okay.
something.
My,
Yes.
my book, my beautiful book is now for sale on Amazon or whatever you like. So you write it in the present tense.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
Dude,
it's there already.
My book is my beautiful book is available for sale now on Amazon.
That's so interesting because that's what I believe. If you visualize the end,
Mm-hmm.
and I do that, I
Oh,
visualize like it's there already. And well, the path to it, it's not important.
mm.
I mean, it is important. You have to do it, but if you visualize the end result, it's there.
So that's manifesting. So, but you visualize a lot, right?
Yeah, that's true. But it's for me, it goes automatic, I think.
You picture it, it goes automatically. Yeah.
Picture it, yes. And I can see things. I mean, if I can think of something, I can see it in stores. Who's buying it? How does it look like? What countries, etc.
Mm, fantastic. I'm dying to look at your portfolio, your PDF that you made for us today. So why don't we hop on and let me share that. Okay, can you see that, Marenta?
Yeah, I can.
Fantastic. We might get to more questions later. And for those of you just joining us, we will have a giveaway at the end of Marenta's fantastic tarot book. Okay, so here you are. Where is that?
This is my studio. This is where I work.
Gorgeous.
And it's I think it's the most beautiful place in town here. I live in The Hague, and this is in The Hague too, and it's the old center, the very old center. And I think this must be a building from, I don't know, 1700. It's
Really?
very tiny, very small, but I have everything in it. My books, 3 desks, all my art supplies. I don't know, but it fits all in. And it has large windows, and when the weather is good, I can open the doors. And it's like, you know this movie, Amélie, the French movie?
I never saw it. I'm sorry, but yes.
Yes. You have to see it. I will send you the link. It's the most beautiful movie I ever saw.
Wow.
And it's like I'm living in this movie. It's like a little Paris or something. It's
Oh,
so beautiful.
sounds
I'm
so
never gonna
great.
leave.
Oh, they're saying how much they love Amelie. Okay, so I'm going to turn the page, and then anytime you can tell me to go to the next page, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
You know, this is one of my most favorite illustrations of yours, that
I know.
flying creature.
I know. This
Tell us about these.
sorry.
Tell us about these.
I did this for the Global Talent Search. I think it was the third round, so it was the final one.
Mm,
And
did the
I
trick.
what? Sorry.
It did the trick. It got you representation.
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
I think if you scroll one page further,
Mhm.
no, that was this was the second round. It was the book cover for
Mhm.
desserts. And yeah, oh my God, I remember that. That was 2016, right?
I think so. Your
Oh,
colors. This does something to me physically looking at this. It just, I get so excited. It's so, I feel like a child. It's so joyful. The colors, the detail, I mean, it's just so abundant, it's just crazy. I love it.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I think I gave it all. I remember that.
You did give it all.
And I love this. I love the assignment too in the story. So I made this, and that was the second round. And I got through. I remember that. And I thought, oh my God, now I have to do it, the final. I can't do this. And then I said, I'm going to do this.
How did you make that shift?
Well, someone asked me, I remember that. Okay, you're gonna do this global talent search. That's plan A. What's your plan B if you don't make it? And seriously, I said, I don't have a plan B.
Because I'm going to win.
Well, I don't know, but I was so I thought, why should I think about a plan B? I don't want to think about that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I always figure I'll figure out a plan, and it's not even plan B. It's the new plan A. It's the new plan A. I don't do plan Bs.
Oh,
I don't do
no.
like a second-rate plan. I
Yeah.
do a new plan A. Okay, people are asking, what is this medium?
It's gouache.
Okay,
Gouache.
beautiful. Okay, next page.
Yeah, next page. Yeah, that was the third round for the Global Talent Search. That was, yes.
Mm.
So the theme was reading tea leaves, and we had to design.
Perfect for you. Perfect for you. I'm sorry, go on.
Yeah, and well, we had to design a whole line for, I don't know, I don't remember. So I made stationery, I made this lamp, a teapot, a silk scarf, well, all kind of things. And this swan, I remember, I don't know, it just popped up and I painted it and well, there she is. I think, oh, I would love to have a scarf with that swan. I'm thinking, okay, whatever. But yes, I made these two boards. That was the final.
I love it so much. Don't you all love it so much? Nita is saying ethereal, love it, and so whimsical. Heather says magical. Lots of wows. Oh, beautiful. So beautiful. I mean, everything is original and inventive. And do you see how she doesn't repeat anything? So everything is a delight and a surprise. And
That,
her color, the color hangs to, I'm sorry.
no, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
And what I also liked very much about this is I could bring in lettering. I could combine my illustration work, products, and lettering. And that's, I think, where the magic happens when you combine them.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's where the magic happens.
Mm, I totally get that. I love the frame around on the top up here, reading tea leaves, that frame. I love this plum. Is that a plum? I'm
Yeah.
just crazy about the color and the shape and everything glows. And this, is that like a little record player?
Yeah.
Photograph is so flippin' cool. This plate, and of course I love this, and these journal covers. This says journal, I suppose that could be, and the teapot, but indeed I would rather have nothing but tea. And you know, when you did this, did you say 2016? It was so ahead of its time, so not commercial. I
Yeah.
didn't care. I know it's brilliant and I took you on, but now I think even more and more your time is really coming. I do. It just feels,
Yeah.
people, don't you feel like now is her time? So good. Oh, sorry, I keep wiggling it. Okay, next one.
So sweet. All these lovely and sweet comments.
Oh, isn't that nice? Yeah.
I made this one for Flow magazine, and
Mm-hmm.
it was about saudade. That's a Portuguese word. It's what is it? It's the sadness you feel when you know that something beautiful is not coming back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the lettering was all around the page, so I had to leave space in the middle because that's where the the spread was.
The gutter.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
So I made this one with, I think it was watercolor,
Gorgeous.
and the
What
flower.
watercolor do you use? Is it Holbein acrylic?
At this moment, I'm only working with Holbein, yes,
Because
but
they're
that's
vivid.
not for long. I mean, before I worked with Winsor and Newton a
Mm-hmm.
lot. And there's also a Dutch brand that's cool, but I think a lot of Winsor & Newton, but now it's only Holbein. I mean, oh my God, that's fabulous.
So beautiful. Well, I know, so, and this mug, and I'll show it to all of you bigger when I come back. This mug was by our artist Carolyn Gavin for Anthropology. There's another one too, but I don't have it right here. And she uses the Holbein. That's when I first heard about it. I think at our retreat she came and showed it, and what she loves is when the paint dries, the color still stays vivid.
It's incredible, yes. And I remember I saw it also in the States, and I
Mm,
thought I have to get that brand, but it wasn't available in Holland yet. So
mm.
I had to order it at Amazon, etc., etc. It was so exciting, but
I
I
love ordering supplies. I do. Nita says, have you used Daniel Smith? I bought 4 tubes of it recently.
is it an American brand?
Is it an American brand, Nita? Does anybody know?
Yeah,
Because
yeah, she says yes. I have never used it. At this moment, I think I'm only working with Japanese brands.
okay.
Yeah.
And someone else, so saudade is Portuguese and it means when beautiful things, they're going to go away or something?
Yeah, it's the sadness you feel when something beautiful is not coming back.
Not coming back. Oh, wow. This is beautiful. And it's so balanced. Like, even though there's so much going on, it's very pleasing. And the space between everything and the size, it all fits together. We should send this to a jigsaw puzzle. Can you hear me? We should send it to your jigsaw people. So we're doing a lot for jigsaw puzzle
Oh,
people. Yeah.
wow. Yes.
Okay. How about this? Tell us about these.
Yes, I made the left one above. That was a Christmas card for Flow magazine, and it was also it had also gold glitter on it. This one not, but finally got gold glitter.
Mm.
And the right one is a cover I made for Flow magazine.
Mm-hmm.
I have another one. I made 2 covers for Flow.
Mm.
This is the other one.
Oh, that's so gorgeous.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And this one here, I made it, I don't know, a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they picked me up because I had made some Riso prints about London. And they said, can you make that for the cover? So you see, it's a combination, I think, between Amsterdam, the house, it's from Amsterdam, and the Big Ben from London.
Mm-hmm.
And you see this cap, it's also from London, but the yellow cap, it's from New York.
Right.
And the tea, it's from London. So it's a little bit of combination.
Mm. And was it risograph or you made it look like that?
No, this was not a rice. How do you call it? Risograph?
I
Yeah.
don't know. Is that how?
Yeah, riso print we call it. No, the cover not, but this was just printed.
Okay.
And the right picture or the right illustration right below is from Roger Laborde and in London. And they make this card in several color combinations. So it was so cool to do this.
And they look like cut paper, but they weren't cut paper, right?
No, it was painted. I think this one was painted in one color. I made it in black.
Oh.
And I gave it color on the computer because they needed several layers. Yeah.
Anna Bianchi asks, is it embossed? I think the cover.
The cover, I think it was embossed. I'm not sure, but I think it was, yeah, now I know. I remember. Good question. I remember they were cut out. So for example, you could open this little house and then you could see the first page. You could open the cap, turn it around, and then you could see.
Really?
I'm not sure if I explain
Do I
it.
even have that? I wonder if I have. I
I
thought I had this cover. I'll have to go look again. Wow.
don't think so. Was for Flo Holland. I
Okay.
didn't send it to you.
Oh, that'd be great. Okay, next page. Oh my God. So
Yeah,
gorgeous. Surround yourselves with all things happy.
that
Look
was
how
Hallmark.
Hallmark, fantastic.
Yeah.
And then the blue ones were made into cards.
Yes, for Trader Joe's.
Mhm.
I made them for the menagerie. Your menagerie.
Oh, okay. So the menagerie,
Yeah.
viewers, is every January. Well, in the fall of every year, I give the my artists, a number of assignments based on the kinds of queries we get from art directors, what's selling well, what companies are looking for work, what kinds of things. And then the artists work for a few months on those pieces, and then we debut them in January in our menagerie. So, do you remember what the assignments were for these? Was it about flowers?
I'm not sure, but I think I was a little bit rebellious because you always send us these mood boards and assignments, and then I think I'm going to do something different. I think I'm not
Great.
sure anymore, Lily.
Totally fine, as long,
I
and
think,
florals always sell, so that's good. And then Natasha animated the parrot.
yeah, she did. She did.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's great. Okay, next page. Your people. Wow.
Yes. Well, of course, that's Frida Kahlo.
Mhm.
That was not a commission. I just painted her because, well, she's one of my favorite artists, of
Mhm.
course.
Right.
And it was also on an exhibition in Amsterdam.
Mhm.
Then below right, it's Cara Lagerfeld.
Right.
When he died, I made this painting. And the other ones, those are
Who's
uh,
that?
Susanne Sontag and
Oh,
I forgot her name. It was for Flo, the Dutch Flo, the German Flo, and the French Flo. They all had this article about female philosophers, and
mm,
I had to paint them. And I did this in watercolor.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And you really have the likeness. Now, who is this one on the upper right?
I think that was Susan Sontag, or no, what is her name? She was French,
Oh,
uh, French philosopher.
oh,
Really,
I know who you mean. Oh,
uh,
someone writes Hannah Arendt. Oh,
oh,
Susan, we can't. Hi,
that's
Susan.
her maybe. I had to paint Hannah, and oh, I forgot. She was married to. Well, sorry, my brain.
But that's okay. Susan writes Hannah Arendt. And then who's the one on the bottom left?
I forgot her name too.
Susan, do you know who? Susan's an agent here at the agency.
Yeah, Hannah Arendt. You're right, Susan. You're right. I
You
forgot.
probably have it in the file name of the image, and that's maybe how she knows.
Ah,
So
yeah.
let's see. Oh, she's not sure about the lower left. Oh, Simone de Beauvoir. That's who I was thinking.
Yeah, me too. That I painted her too.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so let's go to the next page. Tell us about this gorgeous lettering.
Yes, well, that was a fun project. Flo Holland called me and asked me to make a drawing book, The Imperfect Drawing Book by Marenta. So, and I could make, there were no limitations, so I could make whatever I wanted.
Oh,
So,
cool.
I made up the assignments, I did the lettering, I wrote the texts, and I made the illustrations. I made a whole book.
That's your
And
that's your next book. It's
right. Oh,
this or like it. That's all
yeah.
you have to do.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true. So, and this was published in Holland and recently in Germany too. It was published in summer. And that's where I learn artists to draw, you know, simple letters and chocolate packaging and faces, all kind of fun things.
So fabulous. Okay, next page.
Ah,
Gorgeous. That iris on the bottom left, that's more thick paint for you, maybe. Oh, maybe not. It's beautiful.
true, true. This was also a very fun project. It was for a garden in Amsterdam and founded by two people. One of them is an architect for the Rijksmuseum in Amsterdam. So
Mm.
they have this garden. It's a very special one, founded on the designs of the Persian gardens.
Oh.
And it's for children to visit, and they can learn all kind of things like flowers and leaves. And so
Mm.
I painted the garden like you see low right, and in the middle they have this fountain, and then they have watering
Mm.
like a cross, so all the plants
Nice.
in the garden get water.
Mm.
And the flowers I did with Ecoline brush pen.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Oh, right.
beautiful. I never worked with that before, but it's so much fun.
Huh. I
So
think someone brought it to the retreat one year, right? Were you there for that retreat?
I wasn't.
Showed it to us, one of the artists.
Ah, okay.
It's
But it's very
beautiful.
fun to work with.
Let's go to, yeah.
Sorry. And the iris I did with gouache. So that's
Beautiful.
a different technique.
So great. Okay, next page. Wow. I
Yeah,
love these. I love that. I love them all. The upper right one is so incredible, so joyful.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
a little
yeah.
more graphic, some of these too,
Mm-hmm.
like cleaner edges.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah. Yeah, it was also kind of a little bit of experiment.
Mhm.
I made this also for the menagerie. And it was also interesting because I made these flowers and I made a black background. This
Mhm.
was just as an experiment, but it works really well.
It's beautiful. I love it. Okay, next page. So this is from your sketchbook. So
Yeah,
incredible.
yeah,
Do
that's
what you
my
love
art.
and love what you do.
Yeah.
I love the DO on do.
Oh, I have that page here, maybe. Let me see.
So
Yeah, it's
gorgeous.
here.
Oh, wow. The real thing.
Yeah. Can you see
So
it?
beautiful. Yes. It's tiny because we're now little
Oh,
people.
yeah, of course, of course.
That's
Yes,
okay.
yes. On
Okay.
You know, my art journal, that's my playground. I think for
Oh,
this illustration, I used lace, I used Ecoline, I used different kind of paints. I used Posca markers, I used ink,
mm.
markers. Yeah,
And
well,
glue.
glue, of
Glued
course.
things down. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to scoot along now because we're only halfway through. So we,
Ah, really?
I know, because they're so amazing to look at. Wow. And
This is my art journal. So above hand lettering, one of my favorite things to do. And the lower one is, well, that was my reaction to the virus.
mm,
Yes, so the F word is in it.
right.
FU, virus, for stopping us hugging those we love.
Wow.
I was angry and I made this one.
That's amazing. You have to send these to us.
I'm going to.
Oh my God, look at this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not
This
all
one.
storms come to disrupt your life, some come to clear your path. Is that a quote or did you write that?
I didn't write it. It's from Marie Curie, I think.
Oh,
No,
wow.
that's the no, that's the lower.
Mm,
I don't know who wrote this. I made this when I was in Berlin and I was at the Pergamon Museum and I was sitting there and just, drawing with a black pen. And I felt so happy. And
mm.
that was nothing, just me and my sketchbook.
Oh,
And
so great.
yeah,
So much goodness in here. I can't stop looking. Are you all looking like crazy? Do you all just like you're looking, and there's more and more and more?
yeah.
Okay, next one. Wow. I haven't seen this one. This is incredible.
Yeah,
It's,
this was, I think I made this one for my course. So
mm,
it was a silk scarf, designed for a silk scarf.
mm, it's amazing. And you know what I love is each one comes with a strong gestalt, a strong point of view. Like it's like, okay, black and white, and then these few colors with flowers repeated in discrete sections. It's just very, it's not random. It has a strong point of view. It's just amazing. Yeah, Gertrude says your art journal could be a book in itself. Totally true. Really, that's it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
send
we
it, you know,
talked
we
about
can
it.
pitch that. We'll pitch that. Okay. Create your own rainbow every day.
Oh, this is, yeah, I have to tell this. When the pandemic started, I have this art beach club, so I thought I have to do something for this world. And I created the Earth Beach Club,
Nice.
and I went online for 21 days to live on Zoom, and I painted every day, and so many artists joined me, and we were painting with, I don't know, 1,000 artists all around the world every day, 1 hour, 21 days. It was so helpful and so beautiful.
Yeah.
So I created that one.
Send these to us. We can sell these as cards. And Sophia says that rainbow in the upper right will sell big time. I love it. Says Sophia, it's true. These are the top two would make amazing cards.
Sure.
Okay, prima ballerina.
Yeah. So for my course, I made this one.
Mm,
So yeah.
and she's a target. Love the little border. It's great. Okay, we've got some people. Muse, Grace Jones.
Grace Jones, one of my favorite women.
Mm,
She's, she has spirit.
yeah.
So yeah, well, I made these paintings from Grace, and below that was also for the course Klärchens Ballhaus. It's in Berlin, and it's this ballhouse. It's about 100 years old, and
Mm,
you can dance there, and it looks like you're in the 50s or something. No, even the 30s.
oh,
It's
wow.
beautiful. Yes. So I made this thing in my art journal.
Cha cha cha. It says on the upper right. I love the background of Grace Jones, the squares.
Yeah.
Like it's such a busy, intense background, and it works so well. Like
Yeah.
backgrounds don't have to be subtle. Um, what did I want to say? Oh, the one thing I just want to tell people, if you use a photograph, you can't license the work.
No, I know. Yeah.
But
I,
that's okay. I mean, it's personal work, so
yeah.
it's fine. Okay, look at this. Wow.
Art journal work also all these were also for the Earth Beach Club, the pandemic thing.
Well,
Yeah.
the ice cream cone and the two hearts are cards.
I'm gonna send them.
Okay, if I've nagged you about anything, it's about sending us, right?
Yeah.
We need a webinar to get me to nag you to send, huh? But here we are. Okay, and last but not least, tell us about these.
Yes, well, this is one of my favorite hobbies. I take an old magazine cover. This was La Vie en Rose. It was a very sophisticated magazine in the, I don't know, about 15 years ago. And it was
Mm.
so sophisticated. They had the most beautiful covers. And so what I do, I take this cover and I'm going to decorate it in my own way. And it's so much fun to do. I think I used paint, Posca markers, ink, well, whatever. It's just fun.
So great. We have some questions. So I'm going to stop the share and go back to our big heads. Jacqueline Gutierrez says, your work is so beautiful. How many layers do you use for your cards? Do you paint the background separately and then piece them together digitally?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It depends. Maybe I can show you something quick. Yeah. For example, this one, but that's the yellow one.
Mm-hmm.
I made this painting all in once.
Mm-hmm.
So just bam. But for example, if you look at the cockatoo or the flowers with the blue black background, I made them separately. Yes, and I collaged them in Photoshop or on the iPad.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Anna Bianchi says, does your house studio look like the universe in your illustrations?
I think it does.
I bet it does. This is what I want to know. Lodalina says, what kind of sketchbook do you use that takes so much volume and also that's such good paper?
Yeah, but this was really a gem. I found this, my friend, she has a shop in vintage things. And this was really a gem because it's old and it has no, let me see. So these are the original pages.
Oh, wow.
I think it's really old and the pages were blank. And sometimes there was written in it in a very old hand lettering. It's just
magical.
So that was, but I have this one now, and I found it also in a vintage shop. So, and the paper is quite
amazing.
Thick.
Oh, and it's just a blank journal, vintage blank journal you found in a shop.
Yeah, but I also work in moleskin. I don't know how to pronounce it in English.
Yep, moleskin.
I can show you.
That's pretty amazing. Oh.
Like this.
Is that what you recommend if we're to buy a journal? Are you happy with the paper?
This paper is not very thick, so but for me it works very well. But the paper will bubble. Is that the word? Right. Bubble a little bit. Yeah. But for me, I love those books. Yeah.
Okay. I know they're not. It's not very. The paper's thin.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you use a thick wash, so it has body. I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Because when I use watercolor, I use Daler Rowney paper. That's more thick.
Oh.
And also the cold pressed arches. I don't know.
Yeah, arches. Use cold press arch journal, or just the paper. Paper in a watercolor pad or something. Okay, Chris asks, which art supplies are in your purse all the time?
What? Sorry, I didn't get it.
Which art supplies are in your purse all the time?
Oh, great question. My Posca markers, always. What
are they?
Posca markers. I don't know if maybe you don't have them in the States. Let me see.
Can anyone spell that? Is that Posca?
Where are they? Here. Wait, where's the, I don't know if you can see it.
Wow. And spell that?
Sorry?
Spell that, Posca?
Posca. I think in the States you have a different brand. I'm not sure. But you can write on every material with it. Works perfect. So, and sometimes, no, always, I have my brushes, about 3 brushes, and some color pencils, of course. And I have this, of course, I have some paint. I love my acrylic gouache, and
in your bag.
yeah, and a Sharpie always.
So she has basically an art supply store in her bag. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Marenta, let's do the giveaway.
Yes.
Giveaway. This is what we're giving away. Ow, I just punched myself in the face. Look at all these gorgeous cards. Where are they? Oh, they're invisible till you scratch them. Here, and you get to see your beautiful work. So for those of you who haven't done one of our giveaways, here's what we do. We give you a category, and Marenta picked it this time. You may guess as often as you want, as many times, and so on. Kim is in the background. She will be looking the best she can and as carefully and quickly, but she may not see the first person who guesses the right answer, but that's how it goes, and it's just how it goes. So that's how we play the game. Any questions before we start? No. Okay, good. So the question was, guess the color that Marenta never uses. Guess the color Marenta never uses. Oh my God, we have 16. Oh my God, do you believe? Look at this, holy.
All colors come by, but.
Oh my God, scrolling.
And hi everyone, this is Kim. It's a very specific color that we need you to guess.
Yes, it's specific. Oh,
Okay.
now they're.
I'm going to give a hint in a minute. Oh, I
think I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Everybody stop for a moment. Yes, Renee guessed lime green. You got it right, Renee. Well done. So you can, there's the proof.
I'm not cheating.
Renee, you can email me at Kim, Kim, at lillarogers.com, and we'll get that sent out to you. Thank you.
And send your address.
Yes.
Yeah. And where, look at all these. God, that was so unbelievably fast. Like all of a sudden I saw like 71 comments pop up. So fantastic. Yay. That's so great. So great. Oh, this was, Kim, did I do everything? Did I cover everything?
Yes, I think so. That was great. Both of you. Thank you.
I just want to show you this Uppercase magazine. I'm doing a column. I'm not sure if I showed this before. This is this month's on color theory and what I think about color as an agent. So it's great to support Uppercase and Janine Van Gool's project of Uppercase. It's an incredible magazine, and I'm actually working on the next one now. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Marenta. I feel like I was in a dreamland for an hour. Do you all feel that? It was so dreamy. And you're going to send us your work because I really want to get it out in the world with this more and more and more. So, well, thank you for joining us.
Let's chat soon. Let's do.
Okay.
Yes.
That would be great. We got to make that book happen. I know we've been talking about it.
I can't wait. It's
it'll happen. It'll happen. Sometimes I find I can't do something because it's just not the right time. Like the universe, the flow isn't there. And then it is, and boom, I create it quickly.
Yeah, that's true.
So you just like, oh,
Yeah.
It'll happen when it happens. Thank you everyone for joining us. I'm so glad you were here. This is the end of our webinars for this series, and we will be back at some point with some more, but this is it maybe for the year. So you can watch rebroadcasts, and this one will be, Kim will put this up on the blog in like a day or two, and you can find the link on our homepage. And also, Kim, is it on the blog somewhere? How would they find all of them?
Yes, if they go to the blog, there's a category there called webinars, and it'll give you all of the replays of all the webinars we've had.
Oh, that's wonderful. And don't forget to sign up for my kid book pitch course. That's the name of it, My Kid Book. It's going to be your kid book pitch. I forgot to say pitch the middle time. And it starts October 12th. So do join me. It's my brand new course. It's going to be amazing with a gorgeous workbook that we just got back from the designer. It's beautiful, and it uses a lot of the photos of my wacky things. You know how I have like all kinds, well, this isn't that wacky, but I've got like lots of nutty things and the magic cards to inspire you that I created. It's going to be really, really good. Very, very practical, but very creative. So make sure you sign up for that and join us. You won't regret it. It's 4 weeks. Okay, thank you, everybody. Kathy has that zebra. Thank you, and we will see you again at some point.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Marenta.
Thank you, Lilla.
Bye.
Bye-bye.